Over the past several years, the NFL has become one of the most popular and profiting leagues in the entire world. Due to this sudden surge in international popularity, the NFL attempted to try and spread league popularity further out through the world. There have been numerous games in international venues such as the Estadio Azteca in Mexico and Wembley Stadium in London. However, what the game of football lacks is a permanent presence in any other country apart from America. This, however, is subject to change after the introduction of the Vancouver Grizzlies and the Toronto Drakes, two new football teams located in the country of Canada. These two new football teams will bring a new flair to the league, attracting millions of new fans to the game that were previously limited to the CFL. The supporters of these teams will experience a great deal of benefits. There are the obvious ones, such as fans now being able to support a local team rather than a team in another country, having a new connection being created between the people of Canada, with football being the binding agent and having a newfound sense of pride. But some of the other benefits would include the customers being exposed to a new wave of sport. Breaking the drought of having no NFL team, the city of Toronto will now have a representative teams in all of America's big four sports: football, hockey, baseball, and basketball. In addition, Vancouver, a city that was only known for hosting the 2010 Olympics and the NBA's Vancouver Grizzlies in the 1990s, will now be reviving the Grizzlies name and bringing more of a sports presence to Western Canada.
The success of teams franchising out from America to Canada has been moderately successful in the past, with the NBA's Toronto Raptors being a great representation of the sports franchise from Canada, achieving great success in both the American and Canadian markets. This success could be accounted to the metro area population and the team being the only basketball team in Canada entirely, and the market size in the metro area of the Vancouver and Toronto cities isn't that large, with Toronto having a metro area of around 6.418 million, while Vancouver had one of around 2.463 million. But this is actually pretty much made up for with the overall size of Canada and its massive population, which is around 37.46 million, which is bigger than any team in the NFL. Unlike most teams in the NFL, these new teams will not experience a great deal of competition. There would be no other football teams in Canada, which would allow for the teams to share the fans of the entire country. This is usually difficult to obtain at this massive scale, since there are usually a lot of competition between the teams in the same state, or even in the city, such as the New York Giants and the Jets. This non-competitive environment would allow for both teams to easily amass new fans, both from Canada and the US, as no other team would be in the same area, much less country, as them. This would result in early growth of the franchise and an easy profit for them, allowing for them to grow a lot easier. So since the franchises aren't yet created, we will be using the Toronto Raptors as the model for both teams, since it's expected that the revenue streams, profit, and expenses will be somewhat similar. The revenue of each individual team in 2019 would be approximately $275 million, while with the revenue slowly climbing every single year, just like the Raptors. The expenses of each individual team in 2019 would be near $199 million, and then the profit of each of the individual teams would be around $76 million, which is pretty good. It's expected that these statistics will actually increase steadily throughout the years, with Canadians beginning to enjoy football more and more, according to Zhang from the Toronto Suns. The Canadian football audience grew from 19% over the first 2 months of the 2018 season, and the viewership of Sunday Night Football by Canadians was increased by 33% as well. With this whole new expansion to the NFL fans will now be able to experience a new era with new competitive teams, with new and infinite possibilities as to who will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. Thank you.